Salute, Discipuli. Okay, we are trucking right along. We're gonna keep on moving forward with our Latin. So this week we're on chapter 26, but good news, it's a review, which means Miss Bonvillain does not have to sit here and lecture to you for 15 minutes today. So I know you love that. But I am gonna go ahead and just tell you real quickly what your homework is, and then you can get started on it. So first up, we're gonna be on page 215. And on page 215, you're going to do your vocabulary, just like you always do. It continues on to the next page, which is a little bit unusual, so just make sure that you also get page 216 as you're doing that. Don't worry about this box down here at the bottom. There's nothing for you to do in the purple box down there, so just get the top part of 216. Okay, next up on page 217, you have some sentences to translate in this purple box. I think that you're going to be fine on it. The only thing that may give you trouble is right here. It's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sentence number 5. And you can see, I circled it here. You have the word pueris. And you probably are thinking that pueris means boys. And that makes perfect sense because pueris does mean boys. But remember, in Latin, when you have mixed company, when you have boys and girls together, you automatically default to the masculine word. So in this sentence, it says pueris because we have mixed company. We have boys and girls together. So we don't want to translate it as just boys. That's not totally accurate. So instead, let's translate it as children. And that will give you an accurate translation for that sentence. Other than that, you're going to be fine on page 217. Okay, 218, we're going to skip. Nothing to do on that. 219, we're going to skip. Nothing to do on that. 220, there's nothing to do on 220. They just give you some sentences down here at the bottom that may help you as you do the next assignment, which is page 221. So if you look at 221, you have some sentences to translate, but it's not a whole lot of translating. They've already given you the Latin. The Latin is done for you over here in the first column in bold. But in the second column, they've done most of the English translation. What they haven't done is they have not given you the demonstrative pronouns because that's what we've been working on. They want you to show that you've learned those. So if it has this, that, these, or those, it's not going to be translated for you. You are going to have to look at the Latin sentence and figure out what's missing. Is it this, that, these, or those? And then you'll supply the correct translation in your book. All right, and then the very last page, let's see, page 222. Don't do the bottom. I hate it when they give you matching because it's a nightmare to grade, and you're getting plenty of extra work with all your translations. There's no need to do this. This is busy work. So don't worry about doing the bottom of this page. At the top of it, it's similar to the previous page. The only difference is they've done the English completely and they've done some of the Latin. But again, what they left out were the demonstrative pronouns. So it's reversed. It's the opposite of what it was on the previous page. So this time they give you in English whether it says this, that, these, or those, and you have to determine whether to put a word from your ile, ila, ilud, iste, ista, istud, or hic, hike, hawk chant. So you have 3 chants that you need to look at. Ile, ila, ilud, iste, ista, istud, hic, hike, hawk. Those are all right there on your pronoun cheat sheet. They're all together, so you can use that for a resource. But once you determine which of those 3 charts to look at, remember you're going to have to then determine which case is it. Is it nominative because it's the subject of my sentence? Is it genitive because it's showing possession? Is it dative because it's an indirect object? Is it accusative because it's either an object of a preposition or the direct object? Or is it ablative because it's the object of a preposition? So you're just going to have to look and make sure you're putting the correct form of that pronoun in your book. Anyway, that is it. So I'm sad that I won't get to be with you anymore the rest of this year. We're just going to keep doing these little video chats. But I look forward to getting to see you one day this summer. I hear that we're going to come back for our last day of school, basically, and we'll also get to do National Latin Exam Awards. Yay! So I can't wait for that. Anyway, I hope y'all are doing great, staying busy, and finding ways to love people and be a good neighbor to people from 6 feet away. Anyway, love y'all. See you next Monday. Walate!